guys, Ratio Gamer here, and today we are doing part 4.5 with part 5 together. I'm sorry for not doing this what if for a long time. I got myself stuck in a bit of a situation with some stories, but I figured out a way to go past them. So, pretty much, I shall just be quiet and for you guys to enjoy the what if. Let's go. So, where we last left off, Izuku was talking to Clocksworth, I don't know how to say his name, I am very sorry, my brain is not working today. But pretty much, we continue where we last left off. Pretty much, the idea that Izuku is telling Clocksworth is to at least make his alarm pretty much sound as loud as he can, so it can kind of make Beast sensitive ears kind of like you know, pretty much the same way as canon, pretty much how you defeat him. I don't remember which 13 member is the one that attacked, like went with Beast. I only remember that he used spears as his weapon. That's all I remember. I'm sorry if you guys were telling me like, bro, it was this guy. Like, what do you mean? Yes, I'm sorry. I don't remember anyone's names. I only know like 1 to 13. I don't remember 1 through 13. Why was I say 13? I was about to say 13. What is wrong? What is wrong with me? What the hell? Sorry, I got distracted. Pretty much same thing as canon happens with the inclusion of Izuku, Hortensia, and of course who but God, my brain is not working. Hold up. I forgot Oswald's name for thinking Rupert. Who the hell is Rupert? Like, my brain is not functioning well. Like, am I? Are like the gears in my brain like slowly like turning? Like, bruh. Sorry. Let's continue and pretend you never heard of anything of that. So we go back. Of course, like I said before, with Izuku, Hortensia, and Oswald. So pretty much we continue with pretty much, of course, both Izuku and Sora fighting. With, of course, Izuku using the Green Knight. Like, of course, remember, like, armor and stuff? Green Knight. And, of course, Sora using Valor form. And, of course, both Goofy and Donald helping them. And eventually, they were able to defeat that Organization 13 member, and of course the same thing as canon happens to him. I don't remember if he like just left or if he went back to how he used to be. I don't remember. So pretty much let's just say that he pretty much just went back, and of course he dropped the rose as canon, with pretty much Izuku catching it. Luckily, he's like, oh, that was a close one. Whew. Let's bring this back to Beast. And I don't remember what happened to Belle, to be honest. I forgot. I remember that, if I remember correctly, this is the part where Beast becomes, like, your ally in this party. So, yeah. Pretty much, I think that's what happens. I don't remember. But, yes. Pretty much, they go back to Beast and give him back the rose, with Beast remembering that he was acting horrible towards Belle. He was just... And he doesn't know why, and he feels so sorry for himself. With both Izuku and Sora pretty much comforting him, saying, it's alright, Beast, it wasn't you, it was an Organization 13 member. And also the darkness that you let control yourself. With Beast saying, but it's my darkness. It was my fault. With Izuku saying, sometimes you can't control your emotions, and it's fine. But the thing is, you should also let someone know that you need some space or anything so you cannot hurt them. In a way, it's okay to ask for a shoulder to lean on or cry on. It's nothing bad about it. So yes. So yeah. Pretty much. Sorry, it's just that my family member was calling me. So pretty much. I digress. With Beast starting to understand it wasn't his fault because sometimes emotions are difficult to control and sometimes it's not easy. So he understands that if he just needs help, he can ask for it. There's nothing bad about asking for help. It's normal. And pretty much he said if he can have some help to confront Belle and say sorry to her. With Beast saying with everyone else saying, "Okay, let's go." With of course all of them walking towards where Belle was last time seen in the room with Izuku and Sora saying, "Belle, are you here?" And they see around the room that it's just empty, which was really odd. And then pretty much Izuku looks at Sora saying, "Do you know where Belle is? Have you seen Belle by any chance while going through the castle?" With Sora saying, "No." Huh. Odd. And pretty much they say, what if there's a different place there? Instantly they hear a scream of someone. Pretty much the same of Belle's pretty much just saying, "Someone help!" Instantly Beast ran towards the direction where Belle was saying, "Belle!" And of course, Beast runs towards the direction of, like the dancing place. I forgot what it was called, but pretty much there. Same as canon. Pretty much remember what I said. Some orders is not going to be the same as canon, but it's my story in my what if. So sorry if you don't like it. So pretty much, of course, everyone goes there, and of course, pretty much the same fight as canon with the inclusion, of course, like I said before. I don't want to repeat myself. Izuku, Hortensia, and Oswald, and all of them were able to defeat them. With Belle pretty much just lying there unconscious, with Beast going to her saying, "Belle, Belle, are you alright?" And pretty much Belle just tells him that she's fine. And pretty much, of course, he and of course, Beast says, "Oh, thank goodness. I was scared of losing you." With Belle saying, "It's okay, Beast. You'll never lose me." With Beast just smiling, and he just hugs her. And then instantly, Belle was gonna kiss him, but then light started shining. Like light from Beast. And pretty much, like Beauty and the Beast, what happened to Beast at the end? But instead of dying, he actually starts glowing and floats up. And then he starts changing. And all the other people, other like, like Clocksworth and the others start glowing too. Instantly, everyone turned back to being human. And the curse was broken. With pretty much b- both pretty much Beast and Belle looking with extremely shocked faces, with of course Beast it's over. The the curse is gone. With of course uh what was his name again? Like the light guy, like the lighter guy. What was his name? Fuck. Pretty much like the French guy's like Mademoiselle or something like that. I forgot his name, but he says, "Of course she would. I always knew she had it in her to break the curse." Like that. And of course, pretty much, um, let's just say, pretty much, of course, they did a little bit of like a congratulations and feast for like breaking the curse, and everyone was so happy to being back to human. And of course, and pretty much the castle as well started changing too. And Beast was happy for how he was, and started not, and he didn't take things for granted. He was happy with having friends, people he cared about, loving them. He was happy about that. The only thing that he kind of does miss is being part of Beast is the strength that he had with him. But Izuku and Sora tell him that it's fine. You can practice in swordsmanship, can't you? Pretty much Izuku grabs like a little sword. Pretty much like like the cool thing like he like stomps on the sword and pretty much the sword goes up in the air and does like these little turns. And then instantly Izuku grabs the sword on midair and he's like, "You're gonna aren't you gonna be practicing sword?" Hmm? With, of course, B saying, you too. Thank you. With pretty much, of course, Izuku just turns the sword upside down and gives it to Beast, saying, "Here, you're gonna need this. You're gonna need this for later." With, of course, Beast saying, "Of course. I hope we meet again, and hope to see you in our wedding." With, of course, Izuku and Sora saying, "Of course, we would like to be invited, but we're a bit busy. Maybe next time." With Beast and Belle saying, "Okay, you two take care and be careful." With pretty much both of them flying off with the gummy ship. With Izuku and Sora happy, saying, "That was a nice happy ending." With both Sora and Izuku, pretty much everyone else agrees. And Izuku and Sora says, "So, we're next." With Izuku giving him the coordinates of a land of the dragons, which is, of course, Mulan's world. With pretty much Sora saying, Why? May I ask why?" With, of course, oh, sorry, I had to burp bit. Sorry. So pretty much, Izuku says, "Oh, I don't know. I just have a feeling in my gut to go there." With Sora saying, "Okay, then let's go." With pretty much they go, and pretty much the same way as canon. They meet Mulan, uh, which of course Izuku remembers. If I remember correctly, Izuku did say that he had a friend in the world of Mulan. So let's see who's this friend. So pretty much Izuku bumped into Mulan, and he remembers Mulan. Instantly, Mulan kind of gets scared because, remember, she doesn't want people to figure out she's a girl. So yes, pretty much same way as Canon as she interacts with Sora. But when she figured out it was Izuku, Izuku says, "Mulan?" Pretty much confused of why Mulan's wearing all of that. With Mulan's like, I don't know what you're talking about. Like, with trying to do, like, a masculine, deep voice, with pretty much Izuku saying, "Mulan, I know it's you." With Mulan saying, "How did you know?" With pretty much Izuku, simple. Your armor is a bit, how do you say it? It's not like, it's kind of like, bigger than the person. With pretty much Mulan saying, "Really? Is it that big?" With Izuku saying, "I'm just playing with you, but I knew it was you, Mulan. I remember my friends' faces." With Mulan just going up to him and hugging him, saying, "So, why are you here? Or what happened to your father and mother?" With, of course, Mulan saying, "It's... I don't remember, it's the military. I remember the military, but pretty much saying that, um, your sons, and brothers or uncles or whatever have to fight for China, if I remember correctly." So pretty much, and Mulan explained the whole situation with, and pretty much saying that she's gonna pretend to be a man, even though she knows she isn't, and pretty much everything same as canon. Well, to the Mulan original animated movie. And Izuku sees, and who's that little guy? With Mulan saying, "Oh, this is Mushu." With Mushu saying, "Hello," pretty much being the same guy saying, the energetic guy. With Izuku saying, "Oh, Mushu, huh? Name's Izuku." With Mushu saying, "Izuku?" Like something like, it would be, he's like saying, "Well, that almost sounds like my name, and you should be honored." With Izuku looking confused and then pretty much looking at Mulan, she's just saying, "Just go with it." With Izuku saying, "Oh yes, and great and powerful Mushu, I am deeply honored." Trying not to sound as sarcastic as ever. With, of course, saying a little cricket with Izuku saying, "Oh, who's this little guy?" With, of course, Mulan saying, "It's my granny's lucky cricket." With Izuku saying, "Oh, really? Okay." But seriously, we should go back to you. So what's happening? Pretty much, she explains about the whole war with the what was the guy's name of the main villain on the first one? I forgot what it was called, but pretty much same thing. With Izuku saying, "Oh, that's why. Why don't we just help you?" With Milan saying, "Are you sure about that?" With Izuku saying, "Of course, we're friends. Come on now, come on, let's go." So I don't remember the name that Mulan used as her like fake like identification and stuff. Pretty much, Izuku saying, "So, what are you gonna go by?" Let's just say Paul. Let's just say Poe. If I remember correctly, it was Poe. So pretty much, Izuku saying, "Poe, okay, Poe. So you're gonna introduce us?" With of course Sora saying, "Excuse me, what's going on here?" With Izuku saying, "Oh yeah, let's just help. We're gonna help Mulan with or Poe in this case, just trying to end this war. I don't know how, but trying to figure out things." And pretty much everything goes the same as canon for pretty much Kingdom Hearts 2 going into Land of Dragons. Pretty much the whole entire camp gets under attack by Heartless. I forgot the name of the general that pretty much the same guy, the guy, I forgot his name. I think it was Chow? I don't remember. I'm very sorry, but I don't remember the name. I was mostly just focused on the names of the world, so of the worlds in the game, so yeah. Pretty much everything goes as canon, with everyone trying to fight off the Heartless, but nothing takes effect. And some of the soldiers getting attacked by a Heartless disappear instantly, like that. And pretty much everyone started getting scared, but when both Yuzuku and Sora came in and attacked them, um, pretty much they saw that all these weird demon things were pretty much getting destroyed and turning into dust. And that's pretty much, and that gave them morale. Yes, and pretty much that was giving them so much morale that they also started fighting next with them. And pretty much asked them, "What's your names?" Both of them saying Izuku, and this is Sora. And this is Oswald, Goofy, Donald, and um God dang it. Wait, sorry. It was Hortensia. There it is. With pretty much everyone saying, "Whoa." If I remember correctly, Poe was there too. So, pretty much everyone was amazed at all of this by children. And the general, I'm just gonna call him the general because I don't remember his name. If you guys remember his name, pretty much just put it in the comments. So pretty much everything goes the same way as canon, and they were able to defeat all of the Heartless, and everyone was like cheering, saying, "Yes, we defeated the enemy!" Instantly, the general saying, there's no time for celebration." Pretty much explaining that the town was under attack by the main villain in Mulan. I forgot his name, but pretty much the same as canon in the movie. And everyone starts getting there, with Izuku, with the inclusion of Izuku and everyone else. With Izuku and everyone saying, Izuku, Sora, and everyone else saying that they'll go up ahead and see if everything's clear. With everyone, with pretty much the general agreeing, saying, "Okay, be careful, and always keep your guards up." With pretty much both of them agreeing, saying, "Mm-hmm." With instantly everyone goes and see pretty much both Izuku and Sora go, pretty much both on their own, and sees like there's nothing there. Also, by the way, I was thinking before, like this is like a bit of a side note. This is not like part of the what if story, but yeah, it is in this way. So pretty much, I was thinking of other, like drive forms for Izuku. It's pretty much gonna be like the wisdom, pretty much the same thing, but so pretty much yeah. So I was wondering what should I name them instead of wisdom, like valor, master. Like you get the idea, right? So what other form names should I give them, and also what are the abilities that it gives Izuku? You know what I mean? So pretty much like valor form get like double jump or high jump, pretty much for Sora and stuff like that with the dual wheel blading. Uh, Wisdom slide, it can help Sora slide and shoot from his Keyblade. kind of like that. I was hoping if you guys have any ideas that I can add for this what if, and if you do, put them down in the comments, and I'll write them down in my notebook. And pretty much after I finish saying that, I hope you guys enjoy, and let's continue. So pretty much they were back up the mountain where the whole village was destroyed, and nothing's there, only chaos and dead bodies. And they started, and both Izuku and Sora saying, "Is anyone there? Hello?" And but no response. Dead village. It was like a ghost town. But then they started hearing crying, saying, "Help! Someone!" With both Izuku and Sora started dashing towards it, and they see a kid saying, Is anyone down here?" With a girl yelling out, "Help!" With pretty much Sora and Izuku started going down where a little small cliff. Instantly, they see a little girl, scared and holding onto a doll tightly, saying, and she's crying. And the little girl sees Izuku and Sora. With, of course, Izuku says, "Okay, I'm gonna go to you, okay?" With the girl just shaking because it's also cold, but also she's scared. With Izuku going towards, like, it was a steep edge. It's like the mount. You can literally not see. It was like covered with clouds. You know, you cannot see the ground. Pretty much, Izuku wasn't scared by this, but Sora keeps telling him, "Izuku, be careful, okay?" With Izuku saying, "I got it." And Izuku slowly started going towards the little girl. And instantly, a piece broke off, and Izuku jumped over it just in time. With Sora saying, pretty much being relieved. With, of course, Izuku noticing that he won't be able to go back the way he came from. With the little girl being scared, saying, "What do we do?" With Izuku saying, "Don't worry, everything will be okay, just calm down, okay?" With the girl just kind of crying, but also trying to keep it in. With Izuku looking around, saying, instantly he sees a little opening of rocks through there. And it looks like he will be able to fit. With, of course, Izuku saying, "Sora, I found a little opening. I don't know where it goes, but I hope it gets us out of here." With, of course, Sora saying, "Be careful, okay? You don't know where that leads to." Izuku saying, "Yeah, I know, but this is the only way to go." Sora understands, and he says, "Be careful, okay? Good luck." With Izuku saying to the little girl that there's a way to go through that little hole behind her if we just take out the rocks slowly and carefully, which of course they did. With Izuku telling the little girl to be in front of him, and of course they were able to cross through that little hole that they were both able to fit through, and they were able to go through a cave. With the girl scared because it's super dark, like pitch black. You can't even see, like, you can barely see your hand, like you can barely see your fingertips. And instantly Izuku let's say there's like a piece of wood there. Okay? Instantly Izuku says, "Wait." And but instead of using the piece of wood, he uses his keyblade. And he uses fire at the edge of the keyblade to light up the way. And the girl was amazed by the weapon or thing he has with him. With the girl saying, "What is that?" Izuku saying, "Oh, this is my weapon. It may not look like it, but it does a lot of damage." And of course Izuku is trying to keep her calm, even though in the situation that they're in. And they were walking and walking. And it looks like there's nothing in sight. With the girl saying, "I'm tired. I'm thirsty and hungry." With Izuku saying, "Oh, here." Let's just say, remember, inventory doesn't make sense, but pretty much Izuku says, "Here, some water." And he gives her a water bottle. and she was able to drink from the water bottle, and she's full. She was good on it. Izuku says, "I'll carry you, okay? So come on." And and let's say through all that, Izuku was able to find a way out. And remember that little cave in when you get into the land of dragons? Yeah, it's kind of that same cave, but since remember Sora is still there, so let's say he was able to go through the cave too, and also he was able to fight those Heartless. And then he doesn't know what else to do, but then he feels something else. The weird thing is that if he feels wind, it's yes, it's not weird, but it's like he's deep in the cave, but he still feels the wind as not like as hard, but it's like a little kind of like that, okay? And he's trying to listen closely with Donald, Oswald, Hortensia, and Goofy asking, "What is he doing?" With pretty much saying, "I listen." With Oswald saying, "Huh?" And he pretty much comedically takes out like like those things that in cartoons like old people use, kind of like that. He's like, "Huh? I don't hear anything." There's wind. With Oswald saying, "If you're trying to use it in a way to look for Izuku, I have an idea." And pretty much he's able to build this like almost giant computer, like not giant, but pretty big computer. And he says, "This will help us look for them." And pretty much he was able to build it. And also, it looks like it won't work, but it does. Remember cartoon logic? So pretty much, Oswald was able to use it, and the tunnel system, which says that Izuku and the little girl are actually close by, but it looks like there's a weak space that Sora can break. So, oh, crap! I dropped my phone. Oops, sorry. But pretty much, there's a little weak space that Sora can use to break down the little wall, but it also tells him that it shows that if you hit the wall too strong, then the whole cave might fall down. With, but if you, but of course, if you do it too soft, it won't do that much damage. But yet, it won't make. It'll take a while to make that little entrance. With Sora's understanding. Yeah, I understand. Instantly. And also Poe, which is aka Mulan in disguise, pretty much says, "Sora, where are you? What? Sorry, not where are you? What are you doing?" Sora saying, "I'm trying to help Izuku." With Mulan saying, "Oh, did you find a way to help him?" With of course Sora saying, "Yeah, I have to hit there, right, Oswald?" With Oswald saying, "Mm-hmm. I can make a invention to try to make the whole wall fall down, but I feel like it might be a bit too much." So pretty much Izuku saying, sorry, not Izuku, Sora saying, "Don't worry, I think I can do it." With Oswald saying, "Good luck, and please don't let the whole cave fall down." With Sora saying, "I won't, trust me." With instantly, Sora takes out his Keyblade, and then instantly just breathes in and breathes out. And he looks at the wall that he has to hit. But then he just waits and waits and waits. With pretty much, of course, a lot of there's like an intense like aura going through it. It's like it's more like Sora's like thinking of a way to hit it for enough to be able to break through, but not enough to let the whole cave fall down to pieces or make an avalanche. So pretty much, um, Hizuku is on the other side of the wall, and and it's something like it's shaking a bit. It's not enough to wake up the girl, but Izuku's kind of worried. Where's an exit? Where's an exit? Come on, come on, come on. Instantly, he hears a tuk, tuk, tuk. Like, you know, like a hit. Something hitting, like ting, ting. Like something hitting metal. With Izuku saying, what the? And then he's going toward the direction where that like metal sound is coming from. Instantly, he sees a crack in the wall, like getting bigger and bigger, with Izuku pretty much saying, "Oh, I have an idea." So, I guess Sora's here. Instantly, he stopped using fire because some of his mana was actually starting to deplete and like really like a lot. And instantly, he went to his form, and pretty much just It's not like it's kind of like he's holding his sword backwards, and instantly he just thrusted the sword through the wall and broke there. And on the other side of that wall, Sora sees the Keyblade, and Sora says, "He made it." And of course, Izuku pulled back the Keyblade, and that little piece of the wall was actually crumbling down. With Izuku pretty much walking out with the little girl in his hands, sleeping soundly. With pretty much Sora saying, "I knew you can do it." With Izuku saying, "Thanks for the help too," and yeah. So pretty much Izuku says, "I'm gonna sit this one out. You go up ahead, okay? And I need to make sure she's okay." Hortensia, Oswald, you can go with them if you want. With both Oswald and Hortensia saying, "No, it's okay. We'll stay with you." With Izuku saying, "Thanks." With Sora, Poe, and of course Donald and Goofy going up the mountain, same as canon. And of course, I don't remember much, but pretty much everything goes the same way as canon. Pretty much Sora goes up against Riku without knowing that's Riku, and pretty much the other Heartless that are up there. So, and of course we continue with Sora, Izuku, and Poe, aka also, yes, remember Mulan. I'm gonna just stop repeating, but pretty much everything goes the same way as canon. And also, kind of like the movie, also a bit of an avalanche happens because Mulan kind of lit up, firework, and pretty much everything. And of course, an avalanche starts falling because of the huge entire army that they saw. And Izuku was asking, "What are you doing, Mulan?" With Mulan saying, "I don't know, I just feel like I have to do this." But of course, Mushu wasn't lighting up, and of course, things were they were getting closer. With Izuku, with Sora saying, "Dang it!" And pretty much just used fire and pretty much used it to light up the firework, which the firework shot over the guy with him saying, "You missed." With Mulan saying, "Did I?" And he was confused by that question. With Izuku grabbing Mulan's arm and saying, "We gotta go now!" And of course, Donald and Goofy were kind of following them, pretty much running down the mountain. And pretty much he just looks up, pretty much turns around and looks up, and the same thing happens. Avalanche. And pretty much, the avalanche was slowly getting closer. And pretty much Goofy says, "Get on!" Pretty much just throws the shield, and it kind of got bigger, and also pretty much enough for like all the characters there to get on. And they all got on, and pretty much the avalanche was getting closer, but they were able, pretty much, of course, they were able to run away from it and like far. Not like it's not that they were like you can say sorry. Pretty much they escaped the avalanche, luckily, and pretty much things started changing there. Pretty much everything has kind of happened. Not everything, but pretty much mostly some things happened. In a way that she was revealed to be a girl was that long hair and ponytail and stuff. So pretty much everyone was shocked, and pretty much everyone told her to leave and never come back. But of course, Izuku stood in the way saying, "Really? You treat her like this because and someone that saved you, and you treat her like this because she's what? Just because she's a girl or a female?" With all the men just looking at Izuku saying, "Why are you standing there protecting her?" Hmm. With Izuku saying, "Oh, I don't know. Maybe a whole group going against her. Hmm. It's not right. She saved. She was literally able to save all of you, but you are neglecting her because of who she is and what she was for. She something that she wasn't able to decide for herself. Do you think that's right? Hmm. Just neglecting her for the gender that she is, and not accepting the heroic thing she has done, pretty much pointing up of the avalanche that was pretty much close to the village, but of course stopped. With all the soldiers saying, huh, she caused that. Isn't that bad? With Izuku pretty much going up to the avalanche and pulls out an like an enemy soldier, you know? And pretty much Izuku saying, she was able to defeat almost 1,000 of these. While everyone else, every other general or soldier that was here before us, failed. And she was able to do this alone. I don't mean to disrespect anyone in the army, but doesn't this kind of show you that she has a right to be here, even if she's a woman? We're, we're not different just because of gender, color, or whatever. We're the same in a way. Same, we were made in blood. We can bleed. We can hurt. Any other form. So don't say just because she's a woman she can't do anything. Everyone can do something. There's no difference. And of course, every soldier, because they got talk no jutsu. Even though yes, I have a horrible talk no jutsu, everyone started changing their thinking that women only are there for pretty much taking care of the children and pretty much cooking and everything else, like looking pretty. They think that. Oops, sorry, I did not know that the panel was like this. I'm very sorry that I had to do it like that. But pretty much yes, they start changing their thinking that women can also be in the army. Of course, the general also stood beside Izuku and put his hand on his shoulder, saying, I guess you are right. Even women can fight back if they have the spirit for it. With Izuku smiling, saying, "Thank you." What was that jerk's name again? You know, like the one that wore blue clothes. I forgot his name. So pretty much, of course, everyone accepted her. Unlike Canon, pretty much neglecting her that she's a woman, but because of Izuku saying that she was accepted, and people kept saying, pretty much apologized to her, saying, "Sorry for our behavior, miss." With pretty much Milan saying, "It's okay, don't worry. First, you can give me the apologies after this war is over. After we go back and celebrate and give our condolences to the dead, our fallen comrades." With everyone seeing that she's someone kind and someone that would be a really good leader. Everyone just says, "Cheers for Poe!" Oh, wait. For Poe! And pretty much Mulan said, that's not my real name. Then everyone stops saying, huh? So what is your real name? Of course, saying, Mulan. And everyone just smiles and says, "Cheers for Mulan!" Pretty much, hip hip hooray, hip hip hooray. Like cheering for Mulan because she kind of became the hero of China. And pretty much everything as canon kind of went in order, pretty much same thing. With pretty much Izuku seeing a falcon, saying, huh. And just looking at it, he feels something's off, but he doesn't know what. And everyone thinks that they won. So, and also the general started having this bad feeling too, with pretty much Mulan saying, so what do we do now? Do we rebuild? Pretty much thinking, having plans with the general on like what they should do, like what they should rebuild and stuff like that, like the little place, and also what they should do with the little girl. With pretty much the girl is still sleeping, of course. Of course, the doctor said that she's fine. It's just that she's lost consciousness. With pretty much Izuku and Sora being there too, but mostly outside the tent, just waiting. With Sora saying, "Good job, good job, Izuku." With Izuku saying, it's nothing much. She did a lot. She did a lot, and you too, Sora. But yeah, it felt good doing that. You know, Sora agreeing, saying, "Yeah." And they see all the other soldiers like eating and stuff like that, and pretty much some drinking, and some just talking about how shocking it is that that there was a woman that along with them as a comrade and showed like the prowess of someone who was a leader. And some even start thinking, like changing their thinking. Some of them do, not all of them, but some of them do. And one even said, maybe I can teach my wife how to fight in self-defense. That might actually help soon. So, so the thinking starts changing after the little speech that Izuku gave. And and since you remember, Izuku isn't part of this originally, so he's kind of changing fate in some movies too. You know? Not all of them, but some of them. So pretty much everything goes. Some skips of the movie, with the main villain still alive, kind of like canon. And pretty much he goes towards the center of China, or whatever it was called, to the emperor, kind of like that. With instantly everyone starts hearing an eagle saying that, saying like the progression about everything and stuff like that. With the, what was his name again? You know, like the scholar guy with the little chat, like with the little like the little board he has with him, and like writes down stuff, kind of like that. And pretty much everyone starts mourning and also celebrating like their little victory that they thought they had, and also kind of mourning their fallen comrades. Everyone, and they're thankful for the hero Mulan, and everyone started thanking her. And pretty much instantly, Mulan started having a bad feeling. She's like, I need to go. I'll be back. Instantly, she gets on the horse and goes towards the Emperor. With pretty much Izuku and Sora kind of looking at each other. They think, that's odd. With Izuku pretty much running after her too. With Oswald and Hortensia seeing this, saying, what? Wait up, Izuku! With pretty much Sora following behind. And they get there, and then they see the man, same as canon, pretty much going for the Emperor. Of course, Izuku asked if Oswald can call the general, remember, from canon. Same as canon, everything goes the same way as canon, with, of course, Mulan, Izuku, and Sora kind of fighting together, fighting against the guy, and pretty much, of course, defeating him. Same as canon, dying because of the fireworks and explosions, stuff like that. And pretty much everything happens. It's the same way as canon, with the Emperor saying, pretty much thinking the same way as canon, saying, you blew up the tower, you are the woman, blah 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 blah. Same speech, but then says, and you saved China. Thank you. You are the new hero of China, Mulan. Pretty much same ending as canon. Pretty much with the medal and the sword, everything is canon. Pretty much, Izuku says, that's a good ending. That's a nice ending. With Izuku Sora saying, yup, that's a happy ending. Like, and pretty much Mulan says, why don't you guys come in and eat with us? Pretty much inviting them to eat with her family, and pretty much with the general, of course. And pretty much Izuku and everyone else agreed, just for a little bit, because they are kind of hungry. With pretty much everything else as canon. And pretty much everything happens, like everything else, like canon in Kingdom Hearts 2. And of course, nothing else bad happened. Then, instantly, they start hearing a roar. Like the whole world, pretty much the whole land of China can hear. With pretty much Izuku, Sora, and Mulan saying, where is that coming from? Instantly, they all get out, and they see a giant dragon. Where it looks to be at the center of China, where the Emperor's place is, same as canon. And the whole fight goes as canon, like with the Heartless and stuff, goes as canon. And pretty much, they fight and defeat it. And it was troublesome, but in the end, they were able to fight against it and defeat him. And they were so tired. And they went to go check where the Emperor was, and they went to the palace with some nobodies there. With some nobodies, like empty husks, and pretty much like the sniper ones. Kind of like that, with both Izuku and Sora, and of course Mulan with the other four, Hortensia, Oswald, Donald, and Goofy, defeating them. And they go inside and they see that the Emperor is fine. With the Emperor saying, thank you for coming here. And some of the other guards are kind of shaking because they saw some of their comrades being taken by those weird people or beasts. With even another organization, I don't remember which one, saying, congrats, you were able to defeat them. How was your little game going? Izuku saying, not you guys again. With the organization member saying, aw, that hurts my feelings. I thought we had some sort of connection. Come on. Isn't that a bit too rude? Izuku saying, yeah, totally rude. With, of course, everything going the same way as canon. And pretty much, of course, Mulan's kind of saving China again with Izuku and Sora. And then Izuku sees a chest, saying, what is this? What is this doing here? Instantly, he was open to it and just sees that there's a page there. He's like, what? And he sees it, and he sees, oh, it's a piece of the book. And he just takes it with him. And of course, I don't remember which other worlds that has the pages for Winnie the Pooh, I forgot, so sorry. But pretty much, everything goes the same way as canon. And pretty much, Izuku and Sora say, we have to go now. Thanks for inviting us for food, Mulan. We'll see you next time. Promise. With Mulan saying, good. See you then. And of course, they went to another world. I'm going to leave it here, and I hope you guys enjoyed this what if wherever you are, okay? If it's late or evening, morning, wherever it is. Take care of yourselves. Bye.